It all begins in the distant year 1907, when a massive jaw was discovered in Mauer. Huge, powerful, immediately capturing the attention of the scientific world. This finding opened a door into a time when humans were no longer primitive creatures, yet not fully modern either, and became the symbol of a mysterious era scientists call the confusion in the middle of anthropology. The Heidelberg human, Homo heidelbergensis, emerges like a ghost from the past, large, powerful, and at the same time invisible to our understanding of evolution. Through his image, one can feel how harsh and yet beautiful the world was 600,000 years ago. At the center of the story is Kyle, a typical representative of his species, who roamed these lands, hunted, learned to survive, and left the first traces of humanity behind. His body, 180 cm tall, broad shoulders, athletic build, demonstrates potential strength and endurance, while his eyes observe the world with foresight and caution. Through Kyle, the viewer is immersed in the Ice Age atmosphere, feels the cold, hears the rumble of enormous animals, and witnesses the first attempts to ignite fire, which will become a key to survival. Kyle's story is not just about biology. It is an immersion in time when humans were beginning to leave their mark on the planet, when every step was a test, and every night could be the last. Here unfolds the mystery: how and why these humans, our distant ancestors, managed to endure Ice Age trials and leave their mark on the future. Kyle stands on a hill, surveying the snow-covered Ice Age landscape, his 180-meter height making him imposing among his peers. His body is the product of millions of years of evolution. Broad shoulders, muscular arms, and lean legs allow him to cover long distances on foot, run in the cold, and carry heavy trophies. His prominent brow ridges, robust skull without a chin, and dense bone structure make his head resemble a protective helmet, shielding the brain from impacts, falls, and predator attacks. His brain, with a volume of 1200 cm3, rivals that of many modern humans, allowing him not only to plan hunts, but also to forecast weather, chart complex routes, and coordinate group actions. This combination of physical strength and cognitive ability enables Kyle to quickly assess risks and make decisions that preserve not only his life, but that of his entire community. Additionally, analysis of skulls from Slovenia and Spain indicates he already had anatomical foundations for speech, enabling the transmission of knowledge, teaching of younger members, and uniting people into more complex social structures. Every action Kyle performs, from digging underground shelters to throwing spears, combines strength, precision, and strategic thinking, exemplifying an evolutionary leap among humans. In his gaze, one can read caution, self-preservation instincts, and an understanding of the value of cooperative work, with his body and mind together forming a model of survival in the harsh conditions of the Ice Age. Kyle holds the first hand axe, a symbol of the Acheulean culture, and his movements are fluid and precise, each strike of stone against the hard core creating a balance between strength and skill. These axes were not random stones. Every shaped blade demonstrates symmetry, carefully planned form, and ergonomics for effective butchering of meat and working with wood. Crafting such a tool requires concentration, patience, and understanding of the physics of the strike and the structure of the material, representing the earliest signs of abstract thinking and planning several steps ahead. Later, Kyle attaches sharp stone points to wooden spears using resin and plant fiber cords, a technology that changes the rules of the game. Such spears allow hunting from a distance, reducing the risk of direct encounters with dangerous animals, and showcase the ability for combined engineering thought. Each tool combines functionality and aesthetics, a sign that the mind now controls strength, not just the body. This level of technical mastery ensures that Kyle and his community can survive in harsh conditions using ingenuity rather than only physical advantage. setting them apart from more primitive ancestors. All actions in tool-making, combined with collective knowledge, form a complex system where each individual understands their contribution to the community's survival. Kyle sits by the stone hearth, flint in hand, pyrite ready to spark, and each spark is a small victory over the raging elements around him. Fire becomes the key to survival. It warms, illuminates the darkness, deters predators, and allows food to be cooked in a way that provides stoffliche energy. Cooked meat becomes easier to digest, supporting the development of the large brain, enabling planning of hunts, complex routes, and coordination within the tribe. The hearth becomes the center of social activity. Elders teach the young, share experience, demonstrate tool-making skills, recount past hunts, and plan future endeavors. Around the flames emerges the first form of collective thinking, where the actions of one affect all, and success or failure is felt by every member of the group. Fire also becomes a symbol of protection. Everyone feels safer when the flames burn nearby, allowing for the first rituals, knowledge transmission, and storytelling about animals, weather, and life's challenges. Through these morning and evening routines, the tribe forms social bonds, develops empathy, trust, and mutual support, which become the foundation for survival in the harsh Ice Age environment. Kyle becomes not just a hunter and builder, but a central figure in creating a community where everyone learns not only physical skills, but also the structure of social life, the importance of shared knowledge, and collective action. The world around Kyle is a vast and dangerous stage of the Ice Age, inhabited by enormous fauna. Giant elephants with long, curved tusks, woolly mammoths capable of surviving extreme cold, and massive predators, lions, wolves, and bears, constantly hunting for prey. The landscape shifts under the influence of the climate. Glaciers advance, rivers freeze, and the steppes are covered with a thin layer of snow and ice. In this world, survival depends on the ability to adapt to constant changes, predict animal behavior, and use resources with maximum efficiency. Kyle and his tribe study plants with medicinal properties: yarrow to reduce pain, chamomile to calm injuries, willow bark to aid inflammation, the first steps toward medicine and understanding the connection between nature and survival. With this knowledge, the tribe can not only treat the wounded and sick, but also strengthen social bonds. Caring for others becomes a sign of strength, wisdom, and responsibility. Every journey for food or water becomes a lesson in adaptation and survival, combining observation, strategy, and collective effort. The Ice Age world demonstrates that survival is determined not only by physical strength, but also by the ability to think, plan, cooperate, and transmit knowledge across generations. Morning on the open plains, Kyle and his tribe, armed with shoningen spears, set out on the hunt. Every movement is coordinated. Elders guide the direction of wild horse herds, younger members flank the sides, and experienced hunters keep their spears ready. Hunting is not just physical activity, but a complex plan, where each member knows their role, monitors animal behavior, anticipates reactions, and even communicates with gestures or calls. When they encounter a predator, the Mosbach lion, tension reaches its peak. A massive animal with powerful jaws approaches the prey, but the collective intelligence and coordinated actions of the humans turn the encounter into a strategic game. Kyle organizes flanking maneuvers, drives the lions toward traps, using logic and observation rather than brute force. Every spear thrust, every distraction matters, and the team operates as a single organism. Here, physical strength merges with intellect and social organization, ensuring survival in a harsh environment where a single mistake can cost a life. These hunts develop observation, patience, and planning skills, while also strengthening trust among the tribe members, emphasizing that survival depends on the collective, not on a single titan among humans. After the hunt, the tribe returns to their settlement, where Kyle and his companions work on constructing huts in the style of terra amata. Each hut is not merely protection from cold and predators, but a demonstration of spatial understanding, ergonomics, and teamwork. Elders share stories of past hunts, climate changes, and dangers with the young, creating the first forms of oral history. Empathy becomes a central element of life. The tribe cares for the elderly and the sick, as in the case of old Elvis and a child with a cranial deformation, understanding that caring for each member strengthens the community. At the same time, rituals develop. Burials in the Cima de los Huesos cave with symbolic gifts, the hand axe Excalibur, show early manifestations of symbolic thinking and ceremonies that transmit knowledge and respect for the deceased. Art and culture become ways to preserve experience, teach the next generation, and reinforce social bonds. The hearth, huts, collective hunting, and rituals form a unique social structure where survival depends not on the strength of one, but on mutual support, cooperation, and intellectual development. Kyle becomes not just a hunter or builder, he becomes a bearer of knowledge, a community leader, and a symbol of humanity, demonstrating that social skills, care, and culture allowed his tribe to survive in the harsh Ice Age world. The day comes to an end. The sun sets over the icy world, and Kyle sits by the fire, watching his tribe that has worked and survived together. The Heidelberg human no longer exists as a separate species, but its legacy lives on in every step of future generations. The branching of evolution led to the emergence of Neanderthals in Europe and sapiens in Africa. But Kyle's skills, knowledge, and social strategies remain an integral part of these lines. Every invention, hunting tactic, ritual burial, and social interaction formed in the tribe became the foundation for the development of future human cultures. The hearth, which preserved warmth and light, became a symbol of knowledge and collective intellect, and mutual support, empathy, and care for the weak became rules of survival passed down through generations. Kyle no longer exists physically, but his spirit lives within us, in our technologies, culture, ability to cooperate, plan, and create. His story reminds us that survival depends not on the strongest, but on those who can adapt, learn, and transmit knowledge. And our modern world is a direct continuation of the spark he ignited in the hearts of his people.